A very misleading report came out this past week that I feel definitely deserves a little bit of clarification here. And here it is. Here's a headline. This is from Newsweek. And the headline reads, 40% of U.S. COVID deaths could have been averted if it weren't for Trump, report. So they're saying that this report says if it weren't for Donald Trump specifically, 40% of the people in this country, roughly, who died of COVID would not have otherwise died. And then immediately getting into the report, that's actually not quite what it says. Here it is. This was published, by the way, the report in The Lancet on Thursday, and it says the U.S. saw 461,000 unnecessary deaths in 2018 when compared to the death rates of other G7 nations, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and the United Kingdom. Comparing the U.S. COVID-19 mortality rate to this peer group, the U.S. would have seen 40% fewer deaths in 2020 if its mortality rate was comparable. So even before the pandemic hit, though, the U.S. had roughly 40% more unnecessary deaths, as they call them, than these other countries. So, of course, it would stand to reason that our COVID death rate would be 40% higher because we die 40% more unnecessarily than these other groups. Now, look, there is no doubt about it. We all know that Donald Trump's incompetence led to unnecessary deaths due to COVID-19. I'm not arguing that fact at all. But what I am saying is that this report is not necessarily saying that Trump is the main villain here, because as it clearly says, even before the pandemic, our mortality rate is about 40% higher than these other countries. And what do these other countries have that we don't? Universal health care. The real villain of this report is not Donald Trump. It is the United States healthcare system. Because I can promise you, even after we're over this pandemic, whenever that is, we're probably still going to have a 40% higher mortality rate here in the United States because of our healthcare system, because of the pricing, because of the exclusions, because of the limited availability due to financial reasons. That's what this report is saying. And I know we all are always looking for a way to tie something back to Trump to make him look even worse than he already does, but sometimes it's not even necessary. Everybody knows he screwed up the pandemic response. But that is no reason to twist this report to not implicate the U.S. healthcare system. Until we hit the point as a country where we offer universal health care to every single person in this country with no cost at the point of service, until we hit that point, we are forever going to be behind the rest of the industrialized world that offers universal health care to their citizens. That is a fact. So reports like this are going to be common. We're going to have this throughout the Biden administration that, 40% higher mortality, 30%, maybe it drops down to 20%. But it'll never be even because Americans cannot, as a whole, get the same kind of preventative care because of the cost restrictions associated with it. That is what this report was really trying to tell us. It just did a really poor job of saying that.